A lot of guys think being calm and unbothered around women means acting like a cold robot, ignoring her texts, and pretending they don't care about anything. That's not calm. That's insecurity in a leather jacket. Women don't respect that. What they actually respond to is a man who feels deeply, but isn't controlled by those feelings. A man who can like her, even love her, and still keep his standards, his boundaries, and his composure. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to be calm and unbothered around women without being a jerk, without playing corny games, and without turning into a fake alpha caricature. By the end, you'll know what to stop doing, what to start doing, and how to carry yourself so that women feel your presence without you ever needing to overreact, overtext, or overshare. Let's get into it. Why most men are so reactive. First, let's be honest about why this calm and unbothered thing is even a problem. Most guys are not naturally calm around women they're attracted to. They're anxious, they're overthinking, they're terrified of losing her, and that anxiety comes out in really obvious ways. You double text the second she doesn't reply in 10 minutes. You chase her when she pulls back, even if she's been disrespectful. You get defensive when she's moody or distant. You start future planning with a woman who doesn't even know what she's doing next week. Deep down, that comes from one belief: if I don't react, I'll lose her. So you overcompensate. You pour more energy into her than she's giving you. You try to fix every emotional dip she has. You treat every mood swing like an emergency meeting. But here's the harsh truth. The more you overreact, the less she feels attracted and the less she respects you. Because what she actually sees is, this guy doesn't have a life without me. This guy needs my attention to feel okay. This guy can't hold his own emotions, so he's dumping them on me. That's not masculine. That's not calm. And that's definitely not attractive. What calm and unbothered really means. So let's define this properly, because a lot of people twist it. Being calm and unbothered doesn't mean you never feel anything. You ignore women to prove a point. You act superior or cold on purpose. You play childish mind games. Being calm and unbothered does mean you stay emotionally steady, even when she's not. You respond instead of react. You can walk away from disrespect. You don't let attention, validation, or drama control you. So it's not about being heartless. It's about being grounded. You're like a tree. Storms can hit, branches can shake, but the roots don't move. When you're that man, women feel it. They might argue with you, they might test you, they might even push your buttons just to see what happens. But under all of that, there is respect, because you're showing her, consciously or not, I like you. I enjoy you. But I am not emotionally kidnapped by you. My mood, my life, my self-respect, those are mine. That's what unbothered really is. The 3 biggest mistakes men make trying to be cold. Now, a lot of guys hear this and then overcorrect in the worst way. They go from anxious and overly attached to fake cold and emotionally unavailable. Let me give you 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Using silence as punishment. You don't like something she did, so instead of communicating, you shut down. You respond with dry, one-word replies. You leave her unread for days. You give her the cold shoulder to teach her a lesson. That's not calm. That's passive-aggressive. Real calm is, you acknowledge your feelings, you say what you need to say, and then you act according to your standards. You don't play emotional chess. Mistake 2. Acting like nothing affects you. Some guys confuse unbothered with emotionally dead. She cancels a date last minute, you pretend you don't care. She clearly disrespects you. You laugh it off like it's nothing. You think you're being strong, but what you're actually doing is ignoring your own boundaries. Real calm is not pretending you don't care. Real calm is caring, but not losing your composure while you enforce your standards. Mistake 3. Trying to manipulate her with distance. A lot of content online tells men, just pull back, she'll chase. Act like you don't care. She'll get obsessed. And yeah, sometimes if you suddenly pull away, she will chase. But not because you're magically more attractive. She's just reacting to inconsistency and confusion. You're not building attraction. You're building chaos. If your whole strategy is, I'll ignore her so she gives me attention. You're playing the same emotional games you hate when they're done to you. Being calm and unbothered is not a tactic. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of carrying yourself that stays consistent whether you're single, dating, or in a relationship. The core of being unbothered. Here's the secret that people don't like to hear. You can't be genuinely calm and unbothered if your entire sense of worth depends on one person's attention. If your whole world is, I hope she texts back. I hope she doesn't lose interest. I hope I don't mess this up. Then of course you're going to be reactive. You've handed her the remote control to your emotions. The foundation of being unbothered is two things. Self-respect. Real options in life. Self-respect means you won't chase someone who's clearly not reciprocating. You won't stay where you're disrespected. You won't abandon your goals and values to keep someone around. Options don't just mean other women. That's part of it, but it's deeper. Options mean you have a purpose outside of dating. You have hobbies, friends, and a life you actually enjoy. You have things you're building that matter more than one person's opinion of you. When you have self-respect and options, your energy shifts. You're not clinging. You're not begging. You're not auditioning for the role of man in her life. You're simply being you, and she can either join that life or not. That's where calm comes from, not from fake indifference, but from real abundance. Practical habits to become more emotionally steady. Let's get practical. How do you actually become that calm, steady man in real life? I'm going to give you a few habits. Don't try to do all of them at once. Pick one or two and start there. Habit 1, the 3-second rule, before you react. Anytime you feel triggered, she says something that annoys you, she pulls back, she sends a dry text. Do this. Pause. Breathe in. Count slowly. 1, 2, 3. In those 3 seconds, ask yourself, is what I'm about to do coming from fear or from standards? If it's fear, chasing, over-explaining, begging, arguing, don't send it. Don't say it. Give yourself time to respond later when you're calmer. You'll be shocked how many arguments, needy texts, and embarrassing overreactions disappear just by using this one habit. Habit 2. Lower your emotional volume, not your honesty. When something bothers you, you don't need to yell, guilt trip, or lecture. You also don't need to pretend it's fine. Calm and unbothered is low voice, clear words, direct message. Example, instead of, wow, so you just cancel last minute? You never take me seriously. This is so disrespectful. You go with, hey, when you cancel last minute like that, it doesn't work for me. I value my time. If it happens again, I'm out. Simple, clear, no drama, but the standard is set. Habit 3. Stop over-investing too early. A lot of guys lose their calm because they over-attach in week 1. You meet a woman you really like and suddenly, she's in every thought. You're checking your phone constantly. You're ready to rearrange your life for her, so when she pulls back even slightly, you panic because you put her on a pedestal she never asked for. Instead, keep your investment proportional to reality. Early on, she's a stranger you're attracted to, not your future wife. Let time, consistency, and actions determine how much access she gets to you. Don't give girlfriend or wife privileges to someone you just met. When you pace yourself like that, you stay calmer. You're not gambling your whole emotional world on someone you barely know. Habit 4. Build a life that doesn't pause for anyone. One of the most powerful ways to be calm is very simple. Have a life that continues with or without her. That means you don't cancel the après-four gym because she texted, "Can we talk?" You don't ditch your friends every time she wants to see you. You don't abandon your goals because you're in love. Love should be an addition to your life, not a replacement for it. When your schedule, your habits, and your mission stay intact, women feel that grounded energy. You're not hanging around waiting to be chosen. You're moving, you're building. If she fits that, great. If not, you keep going. Habit 5. Learn to sit with discomfort. Here's a big one. Calm and unbothered men can sit with uncomfortable emotions without trying to escape them immediately. She doesn't text back right away. You feel the anxiety. But you don't rush to fix it. She seems distant. You feel the worry. But you don't start love bombing to pull her closer. You let the emotion rise. You breathe through it. You keep doing what you were doing. This is emotional strength, not the absence of emotion, but the ability to handle it without impulsive behavior. How to handle tests and drama without losing your cool. Like it or not, when you're dealing with people, not just women, anyone, you're going to face tests. Some are unconscious, some are intentional, some are just reactions to their own stress. You can't control that, but you can control how you handle it. Let's walk through a few common scenarios. Scenario 1. She gets moody or distant. Old you panics, asks, "What's wrong?" 12 times. Starts apologizing for things you didn't even do. Calm you, notices the shift. Gives space instead of smothering. Asks once, directly, "You seem off today. Everything good?" If she says, "I'm fine," with attitude, you accept it at face value. "Cool. If you want to talk later, I'm here." Then you go back to your life. No chasing her mood. No interrogating her. No begging for reassurance. Scenario 2. She disrespects you. Maybe she raises her voice, insults you, or crosses a clear line. Old you argues back loudly. Trades insults. Tries to win the fight. Calm you. Step 1. You stay composed. Step 2. You name the behavior. "Don't talk to me like that." Step 3. You set the consequence and follow through. "If this continues, I'm leaving." And then you actually leave if it continues, not in a dramatic storm-out way. Just jacket, keys, door. That is unbothered. You don't need to hurt her back. You don't need to prove a point for 3 hours. You simply remove yourself from what doesn't align with your standard. Scenario 3. She pulls away, loses interest. This is where most men completely lose their calm. They feel her energy drop and instantly start sending long paragraphs, asking, "Are we okay?" every day, trying to recreate the spark with over-effort. Calm you does something different. You step back too. You don't punish her. You don't chase. You simply match energy. If she reaches out, you're warm and normal. If she doesn't, you don't fill that silence with panicked action. If she truly loses interest, you let her go. Not because you didn't care, but because you care about yourself too. Communication. How to be direct without being a jerk. A lot of men think, if I set boundaries, she'll think I'm rude. If I say what I really feel, she'll leave. So they either stay silent or explode. Calm, unbothered men do something different. They communicate clearly, early, and without drama. Here's a simple formula you can use. State the observation. What happened? State the impact. How it affects you. State the standard. What you expect moving forward. Example. "Hey, when you disappear for days and then pop back like nothing happened, it doesn't work for me. I like consistency. If that's not something you're looking for, that's okay. But I'm not going to be available on and off like that." No insults, no name calling, just facts and a standard. If she respects it and steps up, good. If she gets defensive or dismissive, also good. Because now you have information. And here's where being unbothered matters. You don't threaten boundaries you're not willing to enforce. If you say, "I won't tolerate this," but you stay anyway, she believes your actions, not your words. Internal mindset shifts. All the techniques in the world won't help if you still secretly believe. She is my only chance. I'm nothing without her. If she leaves, I'm done. So let's flip a few beliefs. Mindset shift 1. Rejection doesn't define me. If a woman loses interest, flakes, or doesn't choose you, it stings. That's normal. But it doesn't mean you're worthless. It means she's not your person. It means you're not compatible. It means life is redirecting you. The calmer you are with rejection, the more confident you become over time. Mindset shift 2. I am responsible for my emotions. Women can trigger you. Situations can trigger you, but nobody can make you overreact. Your reaction is your responsibility. The more you own that, the more power you have. Instead of, "She made me angry," you start saying, I felt angry, and I chose to respond like this. That's a man in control of himself. Mindset shift 3. Love is a choice, not a hostage situation. You choose to give your time, energy, affection, and commitment. You're not a victim of your feelings. If a situation stops being healthy, you are allowed to leave, even if you still care. That's not being cold. That's protecting your peace. How women experience a calm, unbothered man. Let me flip perspectives for a second and show you what this looks like from her side. When a woman is around a man who is emotionally steady, she feels safe because he doesn't explode or crumble over every little thing. Feels a bit challenged because he doesn't instantly fold just to keep her happy. Feels more attracted because his attention is meaningful, not desperate. She might push his buttons sometimes, not always consciously. She might be moody. She might test small boundaries. She might pull back a little to see how he reacts. When she sees that he stays respectful but solid, he doesn't panic, he doesn't chase, he doesn't attack, her respect grows. She realizes, this man is not controlled by me. He chooses me. That difference is everything. Step-by-step game plan. Let's put this into a simple game plan you can start using right after this video. Step 1. Audit your reactions. For the next week, pay attention to the moments you feel most triggered around women. Is it when they don't reply? When plans change? When you feel them pull away? Write down those moments. Notice the pattern. Step 2. Install the 3-second rule every time you want to react fast. Send a long text, argue, over-explain. Pause for 3 seconds. Ask, is this reaction based on fear or on my standards? If it's fear, don't send it. Wait. Step 3. Clarify your standards. Sit down and write out what behavior you won't tolerate, how you want to be spoken to, how often you want to communicate, what you're willing to give and not give early on. Once you have that written, it's a lot easier to calmly enforce it. Step 4. Build your life first. Look at your week and ask, if this woman disappeared tomorrow, what would my life look like? If the answer is empty, fill it. Join a gym. Work on your career or business. Start a hobby. Reconnect with friends and family. A man with a full life is naturally calmer because one person is not his entire universe. Step 5. Practice calm communication. Next time something bothers you, instead of exploding or staying silent, use the 3-part formula. Observation, impact, standard. Do it once. That alone will shift how you feel. A simple story to lock this in. Let me give you a quick story to show the difference between reactive and calm in a real situation. 2 guys, same scenario. They both have been seeing a woman for a few weeks. Things seem good. Then suddenly she takes longer to reply. She's busy more often, and her energy drops. Guy A, the reactive one guy. A feels the shift and panics. He starts texting her good morning and good night every day, even when she barely responds. Asking, did I do something wrong? Repeatedly. Stalking her social media to see if she's posting. Bringing up, where is this going, out of pure fear, not clarity. Every time she pulls back, even slightly, he pushes harder. He floods the situation with his anxiety. From her side, it feels like pressure. She already wasn't sure how she felt, and now she feels guilty, suffocated, and turned off. Eventually, she ghosts, or sends the classic, you're a great guy, but... Guy A walks away thinking, see, women just use you, or nice guys always lose. In reality, his reactivity killed what little attraction there was left. Guy B, the calm one, Guy B, also feels the shift. He's not blind. He notices she's slower to respond. He notices she's less excited. He feels that same anxiety start to rise. But here's what he does differently. First, he doesn't react instantly. He keeps living his life, doing his thing. He doesn't punish her. He doesn't chase. He simply matches her energy. If she takes hours to reply, He doesn't suddenly respond in 10 seconds every time. If she cancels, he doesn't make a huge scene. He just says, "No worries, let me know in advance next time." If the pattern continues, he calmly addresses it once. "Hey, I'm getting the sense you're not as into this as you were before. That's totally okay. But I'm not really looking for something half in, half out. If you're still interested, cool, let's be more intentional. If not, no hard feelings. No drama. No begging. No emotional hostage situation." Two things can happen after that. She realizes she was slipping, respects how he handled it, and either steps up or communicates honestly. She confirms she's not that invested, and they part ways. In both cases, Guy B wins, not because he got the girl, but because he stayed calm, respected himself, and didn't let someone else's confusion drag him through emotional chaos. That's the difference. Being unbothered isn't about not caring. It's about caring in a way that doesn't destroy your self-respect. Quick fire principles. Let me hit a few rapid-fire questions guys usually have on this topic. If I'm calm and unbothered, won't she think I don't care? Not if you're doing it right. Pushy being calm doesn't mean cold. You can still compliment her. Be affectionate. Show appreciation. The difference is you don't beg, you don't cling, and you don't panic when there's tension. You show you care through consistent actions, not through emotional outbursts. How do I stay calm when I really, really like her? Remember this line: I like her, but I don't need her. Anytime you feel yourself spiraling, repeat that. Then look at your actions and ask, are these the actions of a man who likes her, or a man who is terrified of losing her? If it's fear-based, pull back, take a walk, hit the gym, call a friend. Don't act from panic. Isn't it wrong to match energy? Shouldn't I lead? Leading doesn't mean chasing someone who's walking away. Leading means you set the tone. You keep things moving forward when there's mutual interest. You don't collapse or overgive when the effort isn't being returned. Matching energy isn't about ego. It's about clarity. If she puts in effort, you meet it. If she stops, you stop too. You lead when there's someone walking with you, not when someone's slowly backing out of your life. What if I already messed up and overreacted? Good news, you're human. You're going to mess up. If you already overreacted, here's what you do. Own it once. Hey, I got emotional earlier and overreacted. That's on me. Don't over-apologize. One clean apology is enough. Don't beg to fix it. Let your future behavior show the change. Then work on your habits. The best apology is self-control. Next time. Text and conversation examples. To make this even more concrete, let me give you a few before versus after examples you can literally borrow. Example 1. She cancels last minute. Reactive text. Wow, seriously? I got ready for nothing. You always do this. Whatever. Calm, unbothered text. Got it. Let's plan ahead next time. My evenings are usually booked. Short, direct, no drama. You show you value your time without throwing a tantrum. Example 2. She replies dry after being very into you before reactive text. Did I do something? You seem different. Are you mad at me? Be honest. Calm, unbothered text. You simply slow your responses too, and if it continues, you ask once. You seem a bit off lately. Everything good? If she keeps being dry or vague, you don't chase it. You match that distance and refocus on your life. Example 3. She tests you with a small jab, her. You're not like other guys I talk to. They at least reply fast. Reactive response. Wow, okay, then go talk to them instead. Calm response. Sounds like you need better guys to talk to then. Laugh a little. Keep it light. Then change the subject, or keep it playful. You're not hurt. You're not begging. You're not defensive. You're grounded and playful. Use these as templates and adapt them to your own personality. Remember, the goal isn't to copy my words. It's to copy the energy. Calm, direct, self-respecting, and not easily shaken. Who you become in this process. Here's the last thing I want you to understand. Learning to be calm and unbothered around women isn't just about dating. It changes how you move in every area of your life. In work, you stop freaking out over every setback and start thinking clearly. In friendships, you stop tolerating disrespect and drama. With family, you stop letting old patterns drag you into the same arguments. You become the guy people look at and say, he doesn't get rattled easily. He's solid. He's not perfect, but he's steady. That doesn't mean you never struggle. It means you've decided that your peace is worth more than chasing validation. And when you bring that version of yourself into dating, everything feels different. You're not auditioning anymore. You're not constantly asking, am I enough? You're not obsessed with decoding every text. You show up. You be yourself. You treat people well. You hold your standards. And you let what's not for you fall away. That's calm. That's unbothered. And that's the kind of man who doesn't need to prove anything. Because the way he lives already says it all. Being calm and unbothered around women isn't about playing games, pretending you don't care, or acting like a stone wall. It's about respecting yourself enough not to chase what isn't reciprocated. Controlling your reactions instead of letting your emotions drive the car. Keeping your life, your mission, and your standards as your foundation. You're not trying to be a jerk. You're trying to be a man who can feel without being controlled by every feeling. When you do that, women notice. People notice. Your entire life gets quieter, clearer, and more powerful. If you got value from this, drop a comment and tell me one area where you tend to overreact and what you're going to do differently after watching this. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.